Hey board gamers, BJ from Board Game Gumbo here, back with another review. This time we're taking a look at The Rival Networks by Gil Hova and published by Formal Ferret Games. It's a two-player game only where both players run bottom-of-the-barrel TV stations trying to upgrade their shows with stars and ads and special bonus network cards. Let's go on the table, take a look at how it plays, and then I'll come back here and I'll give you my thoughts on the game. Let's talk about production first. I got no quibbles here. The production is fantastic. It's a small box game. It's easy to carry around. Fits basically in your hand. There's a little bit to set up, but looking at the production, the cardboard stuff is all thick and punched out great. The artwork on the cards, not my favorite style of artwork, but I get where they're going with this. It's wacky, it's crazy, it looks pretty cool. I like the little cardboard houses. I actually got a kick out of the cardboard houses because that's where you hide your viewer points. I thought that was a nice little touch. Overall, I got no problems with the production. It's fantastic. Let's move on to the gameplay. Hey, I love the gameplay. It's a two-player game. It's that tug of war that you're looking at in the center, and it's essentially kind of a card game, right? So how does it, how does the game flow? It flows back and forth, and the turns are so quick that I think it makes a great little, almost it's almost a 1 hour wonder. It's really about 35 to 40 minutes, but when you get a 45-minute game with chatting back and forth with your spouse or your friend or whoever it is that you're playing with, it kind of becomes that 1 hour wonder, and that's what I like about it. It's a game that's kind of chill as you're playing. There's not so much brain-burning puzzles that you can't really visit with each other. That there's a lot of bantering back and forth, and that's the kind of gameplay I like. I also like the fact that one of the cool strategies is looking for those 3 or 4 or 5, if you can get to it, shows that match up between your reruns and the regular shows. So I like that as an addition, and of course, the end of the season goals really are what stand out for me in the game. They make every game different because there's a bunch. There's like 15 different 15 different cards, or maybe even more than that. And each one of those, as they come out randomly, it changes the philosophy of what you're doing to the game. You're always trying to win one of the time slots. That's it. But it's so many different ways after that. Every game so far has kind of played out a little bit different. Same thing with the network cards. Trying to get the ads that match up. If you got the double ads or getting ads that match up to what your strategy is with your time slots can really make a difference, because each one of those network cards amps up your ability to get lots of stars or ads, or just sometimes it's straight viewer points. I mean, here's 4 viewer points if you spin that ad and another ad for $4 million. So I like the fact that the network cards really kind of ramp up what you're trying to do in the game. So yeah, the gameplay, I think it's smooth. I think the gameplay, it just feels like there was a lot of development work in it. How does this, let's move to the final thoughts. The big question for most people that I've already fielded a couple of times on Facebook and other social media is, how does it compare to the networks? Well, I'm going to tell you, the networks was kind of a miss for us in the Gumbo. I actually, had a copy. We played it a couple of times, and it just never really took to us. The humor, oh yeah, look, Gil is a master when it comes to these visual puns and the word puns, and it's funny. But we're also looking for gameplay. I don't really play this game for the puns and the funny one-liners. I wanted to play the original networks because, who doesn't want to run their own TV station? And that's what I was looking for. And I wanted a game that kind of gave me that feel, but it just felt like the game was a lot longer than what you got out of the game. It was a little dry for us. And then me and Alex played the Rival Networks at Gen Con Online, taught by Gil personally, which that was awesome, having the designer just walk you through it. And immediately I was hooked. I was like, okay, this is it. This is taking all the fun parts about it, adding those stars, bumping up, chasing after ratings points, and it just ramps up right away. From first turn to the last turn, you're always doing something meaningful, and it feels like there's always a battle over 1 or 2 points on one of those shows that makes a difference. So comparing the two of the games, I'm telling you, for me, Rival Networks. I don't even own the networks anymore. Rival Networks is really where it's at, because it's the kind of game you want to play with 2 players anyway. You know, it's a perfect date night game, perfect 1 hour wonder game, perfect 2-player tug of war. And I love the fact it's streamlined. I watched Tom's review, and Tom was saying that, well, you know, there's a lot, it's almost too smooth and everything's taken out. And I gotta disagree. I'm not going into this game for, you know, I want bumps in the road. And I'm definitely not going in this game needing so many cards and puns that every time I play, I'm gonna laugh. That's not why I'm playing the Rival Networks. I want to run a TV station, and I actually feel like I am. Although, essentially, to teach the game, I kind of teach it as more of this is a card game. These are suits, and they're matching up, and you're trying to spend money here, and I get that. But really, what I'm doing is I'm running a TV station, and I feel like I'm doing that. I'm chasing after better and better programs each season, and I'm chasing after stars that are really going to match those up. And where's that TV? Where's that time slot at the 9 o'clock hour? That's the end season bonus. And I've got some stars, and I've got to add some money. I can maybe get one of those networks. And then if I get this show, it's going to give me that other bonus that I get. I mean, I love the ability to chain up all these bonuses together. If you've played Gil's other games like High Rise is a big game, a big meaty game, but it's all about chaining all those bonuses together. And the Rival Networks gives you that in a small package. So for me, Rival Networks, thumbs up, one of the better 2-player games that I've played recently. And so far, I don't need the networks. I don't want to play that anymore. The Rival Networks is it for us. So that's the Rival Networks, 2-player game from Gil Hova and Formal Ferret. And until next time, laissez les bon temps rouler.